Hello and good morning. Welcome to the NuSpecies Live. I'm Jillian.
And I'm Aston. Good morning.
And as you can see, we are outside of our studio today. This is the first show in probably the next 7 or 8 shows where we won't be in studio. So welcome to the show. For those of you who are coming for the first time, NuSpecies mission is to help our clients to live better and longer. We invent and manufacture our own line of raw, plant-based, high-potency herbal medicine and supplements. They're all designed to help your body be resilient against the toughest of health challenges. With that being said, all of us are different. We're all on our own unique health journey. And so a good health decision for one of us is not necessarily a good choice for someone else. And that's why we host this Q&A every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. to help you get the answers to your questions that will continue your unique health journey. So thank you so much for being with us today. If you're on Instagram, I can monitor the chat over there. If you're on Facebook and YouTube, I can see you right here in front of me. Please say good morning, say hello. We love when you greet us and you give us your little comments. And then if you have any questions, you can just start plugging away. We don't have any pre-submitted questions. Speaking of pre-submitted questions, the way that you can do that is on NuSpecies app. So we hope that you will download NuSpecies app. And when you do that, on the homepage of the app, you will see a section where you could submit a question. That comes right to Aston and I, and then we can prepare to have it answered on the next Q&A. All right, we've got June here. Good morning, June. Hi, Trevor. Hi, Yvonne. Keep saying good morning to us. Let us know you're here. There's always way more viewers than the people chatting us. So I get it I know some of you are driving and you've told us you're not always able to chat. We understand.
And if you're listening and watching, I'd like you all to formulate your questions or comments. This month, we want to focus on women and men's health, especially women's health. If you have issues regarding your daughters, your granddaughters, yourselves, who have women's health issues, in particular, if you have fibroids, ovarian cysts, dense breasts, thyroid issues, pituitary gland issue, prolactin issues. And then if you're anemic, you want to discuss how to get out of these, as Jillian called it, medical prison. And ladies who are in menopause, if you have chronic menopausal symptoms, you have to be extra diligent with your health. If you're having those hot flashes, if you had them, it means that your body is likely to develop heart disease and osteoarthritis. Yes, and some women even develop RA, rheumatoid arthritis. So the beginning with the cycle, if it's irregular, it's not, what it should be, you're anemic, and then in the end, you're into menopause. The hell hasn't stopped. And now if you go to the NIH, which is the National Institutes of Health, and just Google women's health, what you're going to find are hundreds, probably thousands of research and scientific articles telling you that these issues over the last few years since the COVID have gotten exponentially worse. More women having breast cancer, more women having endometrial cancer, more women having ovarian, uterine, thyroid cancer. So ladies, you have to know what's going on so you can fight it off, because there's no medication. There's no medication to fix it. Surgery won't fix it. There's no medication. You do chemo radiation, you may not survive it. A lot of people don't survive those medications, so they're not cures. You have to rely on yourself, self-reliance. And that's why we're here, to tell you what to do, to advise you what to do.
All right. Good morning, Larna. June is asking, are NuGen and L-Nu1 enough to support the immune system this winter?
It is. It is. If you're taking NuGen, L-Nu1, you're in really, really good shape. And NuGen, a lot of you are going to fall in love with it. Some of you have started falling in love with it already. So throughout the winter, what you're going to find is that it's going to help your body to fight virus, all those viruses that that invade us during the colder months when our immune system is depressed because of the cold weather. And that's why we get all these colds and flus and allergies and all these things that flare up. A lot of disease conditions, blood pressure, diabetes, cancers. So the winter is actually the most dangerous time of the year for a lot of people because the immune system is depressed because of the cold, and these conditions just get exponentially worse. So yes, June, new one, new gen or new genesis, you stay in those and you likely won't need those shots, whatever they call them. I'm not going to say what those shots here, but you most likely won't need them.
As far as folks who may already be on LNU9 or LNU25, they wouldn't necessarily downgrade because of this recommendation. They would add new gen into what they're already doing, right?
Right. So if you're taking LNU9 or LNU25, which is LNU25, we call it Super Capeman, and LNU9 Legend, if you're taking those, you're fine to stay on those and add your new gen in. And if you want to upgrade to those, you can do that as well. Absolutely. Right. So just so those who don't know what new gen is the formula I wanted to invent when I created NuSpecies. It was the first formula. It was the formula I wanted to create, to invent. And it took all these years to get it done. So I think where we are now is that we have a really good portfolio of formulas at NuSpecies, as Jillian said in her opening remarks, that can help you. I think we have that last piece, new gen or new genesis, to add to what you're taking to help you to live better and longer. New genesis help to purify, rebuild the genes in DNA. It's assisting the body to do those things. So this is the last piece of the foundational support for, I would say, human health that we wanted to have at NuSpecies.
And I'm sure we can do a whole lot more education. We still owe everybody probably a more formal introduction of New Genesis. Good morning, Annette. Thank you for joining. We have got over on Instagram, KJ and, well, I mean, I guess it's hard because everybody uses handles over there, but maybe Nati and Abe and the Voice of the Caribbean. Hey, Mikey Mike, good to have you on. All right, so there's a question here. Any recommendations for ovarian cysts? So this is on topic for Women's Health Month here at NuSpecies. So let's talk a little bit about ovarian cysts. And if you want to elaborate, Nati, at all, if there's any other health issues that your body is dealing with, because recommendations can change if there are multiple things your body is currently burdened by.
Okay, so ladies, you get ovarian cysts, or your daughters. A lot of young girls get them when they're teenagers and they get their cycles. So what's happened, the follicles, they're tiny follicles in the ovary. And when there is a chemical reaction to those follicles in the ovaries, the tendency of your body is to produce more follicles because now the genes are implicated. And because you get more follicles in the ovary, your ovaries are now producing more estrogen, more hormones. And that is the problem, ladies. That is the foundation of women's health right there. The ovaries going crazy. And because of the excess hormones, the ovaries create these powerful estrogen that damage the walls of the uterus. Just one bad cell you need to have in the uterus to start getting fibroids. That one bad cell it's not dead. It's just sick. And the estrogen or the testosterone being produced cause that one cell to multiply rapidly into a tumor they call fibroids. And the more of these cells you have multiplying, that's how you get all these ovaries. And then for the ovary, you get ovarian cysts, because now your body is producing all these toxic hormones and your liver and your kidney just can't purge it fast enough. They're being produced at such a massive scale. So cysts is just your body creating a warehouse to store the excess of that inflammatory free radical. That's what cysts, lumps, bumps, that's what a fibroid is, ladies. Your body is collecting stuff in there. And that's why fibroid cancer, if you ever get it, is one of the worst cancers a woman can get. So ovarian cyst, that's how it begins. So ladies, what you have to do, if you get diagnosed with an ovarian cyst early as a teen or in your 20s, you have to start changing your diet and your lifestyle aggressively, because hell is coming. Ovarian cancer is likely coming. Uterine cancer is likely coming. Endometrial cancer is likely coming. Breast cancer is likely coming. All those dense breasts, the lumps, the fibrocystic breasts. You can see from these few statements I have made in the last minute, that's where the devastation of a woman's body began, with hormones, hormone imbalance. And now it can destroy the thyroid, can destroy the pituitary gland. And that's the endocrine system right there. So if you see any of these signs, you have to move aggressively. We can help you to balance your hormones with our Queen Nanny. But then if you're intaking foods that have hormones, like meat products are well known, the farmers will grow these animals with growth hormones and steroids to make them big and heavy to make more money. And you eat these hormones, they're going to complicate your hormones even more so. And this goes for men with the prostate. So there's a parallel, gentlemen, with the prostate going bad to what I just saying, the ovary going bad and creating havoc for women's health. And then for prostate, it's the exact same way a man's prostate goes bad and turn into enlarged prostate or prostate cancer. So diet, lifestyle. You can't be more aggressive if you see the signs of an ovarian cyst, a fibroid, anemia, ladies, guys. Your prostate is enlarged, even if your PSA is below 4, below 1. A lot of men who come to me with prostate cancer, even stage 4 prostate cancer, their PSA was below 4. It was in the normal range. I just had a gentleman this past week. He's 44 years old. He has stage 4 cancer, and his PSA was 3+. So the medical signs out there say that if the PSA is between 0 and 4, the prostate is normal. If that was true dinosaurs years ago, that's no longer true for any man, especially Black men.
So for the cysts, you would normally, you mentioned Queen Nanny, but is there a common package that you use, or it depends on other issues going on in the body?
If it's an ovarian cyst alone, excuse me, Queen Nanny is good enough. Take it with the detox and vitamin D. Most likely your vitamin D is low. And for a lot of the young women, you got your cycles, and the cyst comes right after your cycle. And then when the cycle goes away, the cyst goes away. But eventually it's going to come back and it stays. And then you have a problem. Now you're going to have more ovarian cysts, and you could even have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome, which is even worse. So all of these also, implicate infertility. So a lot of ladies out there who come to us at NuSpecies who are infertile is because they had an ovarian cyst or because they have fibroid, but something is going on between their ovary and the uterus. And you have to fix those. Right. And then you go to the doctors. Sometimes the doctors don't tell you. And you need to, I said last week that we should dedicate some of our sessions or streams like this to teaching you to look out for those maybe 5 or 10 things in your lab reports, your PET scans, your MRI that you need to learn to manage your own health. Ladies and gentlemen, if you start doing that, you'll be able to manage your doctors. They won't be able to write circles around you when it comes to your life and your health. So we're going to dedicate some time in the future to teaching you what to look out for in your labs and your MRI, your mammograms, ladies, and those ultrasounds, mammograms. You need to learn them very well so you can manage your health, especially you women who have this issue. You're only getting worse. You're getting worse because the doctors can't help you. But they're not going to tell you they can't help you, because if they do, guess what you're going to do? You're going to find another doctor. But there's no doctor out there who can find you a fix for ovarian cysts are fibroids without surgery, and if you do surgery, they grow back. A lot of you who have done surgery 2, 3, 4 times, oh boy, you went through all the, pain and suffering, and the fibroids just grow back. And when they grow back, you get more because now you have more disruption in the uterus, removing the fibroid, and that's why you have more of these bad cells, sick cells. And then, yes, here we go. Testosterone and estrogen are going to make these bad cells to multiply more rapidly, and that's why you get more fibroids. Some ladies call it fibroid farms that they have in their uterus and outside of their uterus.
So Nazi's asking more specifically, how she will take Queen Annie, how long she would be on it for. I imagine, Nazi, you're being cared for currently, like that you have the cyst because perhaps you've had an ultrasound or you have a doctor who is monitoring the cyst. It's not an ideal situation that you're in, but this is where we expect too much of our doctors because we want them to fix the problem. They're not going to do surgery to remove the cyst until it's really, really bad. And obviously you don't want it to get to that point. I know people that this has happened to, and it's excruciating. It's not something you want to get to. So obviously you're here, you want to fix it. You understand that. Perhaps you are getting regular ultrasounds. So Aston, would you recommend, first you can say how she will use the Queen Annie, and then do you recommend she uses it consistently until potentially her next ultrasound or until symptoms dissipate? How does she know?
So when we make a recommendation for you all, this goes for all of you, is because you have a health issue that you're trying to get your body to fix, and we want to help your body to fix it. So when we make a recommendation, it's because we have hundreds or thousands of people who have used that same recommendation to get help with that particular issue. So nothing we're doing is a guess. If you have a new issue that we have never seen, never heard of, we're going to tell you the truth. We're going to try to help you. We're going to tell you the truth. When it comes to ovarian cysts, it's very common. So we put you on what you should do it. And you do it until the cyst is gone. For some women, the cyst goes away within a few months. For other women, it could be a year. We don't know how long. It all depends on your genetics, and it depends on the status of your health. If you have other complications. So if your immune system is broken down and you're anemic and you have a lot of inflammation in the system, your body is not going to fix itself as quickly. For any issue, that goes for any issue. So when we make a recommendation, it will work. You can do a Queen Annie a day, or you can do half a bottle a day, or you could start it with half a bottle and see how it works. You could do half a bottle for a month or two, and your doctor can monitor to see if the cyst is shrinking or it's gone. And if it's not, if it's not getting, you're not getting help fast enough, you need to do a bottle a day. I have some women doing 2 Queen Annies a day because of how broken down their bodies are. And you just got to do what you got to do. And when it comes to the dosage, it's not signs, it's statistical. If you use the formulas, they will help you. Some people need to take more. Some people need to take less. And it's just the nature of we're all different. We all have different status in our health. More complication, less complication. Genetic issues, not as many genetic issues. So we're all different in 1,000 ways.
So she's saying that they do want to do surgery and they do want to do another ultrasound prior to surgery. So I'm asking her if that ultrasound has been scheduled yet so that we have a time frame. But
if the doctors that have decided to do surgery is because they see the cyst as complicated, it could turn to cancer, ovarian cancer, another of the worst cancers that women can get. So if they've decided to do surgery, I would never tell you not to go ahead and do the surgery. They must have done an ultrasound, probably a biopsy, and see issues in there where the cyst is hardening. And the harder a cyst or a lump or bump or nodule becomes, it's more likely it's going to get cancer, because the harder it is the more inflammation that's packed in there. And it's calcifying. It's not going to get enough blood circulation. And you all who have been listening to us right here and this live stream know that if you have any area of your body, our bodies, any area, not getting adequate blood circulation and oxygen, that area will turn to cancer eventually. That's the #1 cause of all cancers, the cells or the tissue in that specific area, not getting adequate blood circulation or oxygen. The absence of oxygen in any tissue or organ is the number one cause, the primary cause, the predominant cause of cancer. So they decided to do surgery because they are suspicious that it could turn into something bad. And when a doctor said they're going to monitor something, they're waiting to see exactly that. Is it getting worse? When does it get worse to move it? And you shouldn't wait for it to turn to cancer, because a lot of women who come to me, men who come to me with these lumps and bumps and prostate issues, like you ladies with latest issues, whether it's the uterus, the endometrial walls, or the ovary, the breast gland, whatever it is, who come to me, who are doing monitoring. And one of you are probably on right now listening. I know you know who I'm talking about. You monitor, the doctor monitors, and then the cyst or the lump turns to cancer. But guess what? The problem here now is that the cancer is no longer localized in the cyst or the lump or the bump or in the mass. The cancer has moved, and the lymph nodes have moved to other organs. So doctors are not gods. They don't know everything. And there is no medical exam out there that can catch everything. No medical exam, none, absolutely none. And that's what you all should remember. And that's why you have to take proactive action to take care of yourselves.
So she said that the ultrasound is in November, so that gives her 2 full months. Have you ever seen results if someone took Queen Nanny consistently for the 2 full months? You think that's enough time?
Absolutely. A month, 2 months, you could do that. And then, when you get to that, right, you do it for the 2 months and hope for the best. So you do the Queen Nanny, do a vitamin D, because your vitamin D is likely low, and get some exercise in, get some walks in, change your diet. A lot of you ask me what type of, organic meat you can eat. How do you know it's organic? You walk into a store and the people around the counter selling you this meat, they didn't go to the farm and buy the meat. They have suppliers who supply the meat. They have no idea where it's from or what's in it or how the animals were grown. If you have a chronic issue, like, the likelihood of an issue turning into cancer, why would you even take the risk that whoever you're talking to in the market even know where the foods are from, much more to know whether the animals were grown with grass or whatever? You shouldn't take any chance. You should take no chance. So change your diet, cut out all that stuff, meat products altogether, even fish. And a lot of you Jamaicans, you tell me that you eat your red snapper and it's wild caught. How do you know? There are countries around the world now are growing red snapper. They can farm it. It's been farmed. 10 years ago, red snappers couldn't be farmed. Now they figure out how to farm it. So as long as farming has been done with these animals, whether it's salmon or red snapper or fish or animals, it is possible, you should always be thinking that the farmers, they're in the business of making money, and that keep you healthy. Keeping you healthy is not their job. They're investing money to make more money. So how do you know that they're not using growth hormones and steroids and other pharmaceuticals to keep the animals healthy and to make the animals grow faster? So these hormones that are being fed these animals, when they get into our bodies, they interact with our hormones and make our hormonal imbalance worse, whether it's women's health or men's health. And that's something that all of you should remember. I believe personally that the foods we're eating is the number one cause of all these issues with men's health and women's health. Prostate, breasts, ovaries, uterus, I believe is the number one cause, those chemicals, because those hormones are chemicals.
Yeah, and those aren't the only reasons why eating animal flesh or animal secretions like dairy are bad for our health, but that's for another day. So the conclusion here for Nati is Queen Nanny, best case scenario, 1 per day or half bottle per day. Vitamin D, NuSpecies detox package. Nati, those are 15% off right now through Tuesday. So if you just go online and order, you just use the code NuSpecies15. There is a reminder at the top of our website about the discount and the promo code, or you can come into any of our stores. And then as far as cleaning up your diet, even just commit for the next 2 months to remove all animal flesh and secretions from your diet, remove all processed food, and just try to eat a lot of fresh, healthy fruits, vegetables, nuts, seeds, whole grains. If you want that in more clear, you can just email support@nuspecies.com and address the email to me, and I can get that for you as well in a list in an email. Okay. All right. We've got a question from, I think we've got a question from Olivia, and then a question from Lash Life. And yes, Nati, you can absolutely just call our number. I'll type it here, 845-440-7458. Just call the number. Our team is in at 11 and book an appointment with Aston. It's free. And you can talk more about this in as much detail as necessary. Okay, so then we have another question from Lush Life. I think those are the only two questions that we're going to get to with the remainder of our time today. So for Olivia, she says that from her menstrual cycle, she is in excruciating pain.
Mm-hmm.
She started, so Olivia, you said you're on your meds. I don't know, some people refer to NuSpecies as their medicine, so I'm not sure if that's what you're referring to or if there's a medication that you're on. On my meds, I started them 1 month to exactly ago tomorrow, but the pain is excruciating along with the back pain. It's bad. I have endometriosis and fibroids, and I have had surgery for fibroids already. I'm not doing any more. It's NuSpecies and God now.
So I need to see all your MRIs, your ultrasound, your sonograms, if you have them. I want to see. And even if you're under 40, you should start doing mammograms, because if your issues are chronic, I find it impossible that your breast glands are not being implicated.
Oh, sorry. So she didn't buy her meds. She means she's been taking her NuSpecies package for a month now.
Okay. So maybe she should double up on the Queen Annie, take a bottle morning and night. If you're taking NuSpecies a month and if you're not seeing results, any results at all yet, Olivia, then you should double up on the Queen Annie. It means that your condition is chronic, and you just said it, ovary or uterus with the fibroids, and then endometriosis is a whole nother creature in women's health that's devastating a lot of women around the world right now. And since the pandemic, it has gotten exponentially worse. So I now understand better your desperation, my dear, and we're going to help you. So what I'm going to tell you now, let's talk to you now. Cut out all meat products and all dairy products and all soy products. So if you're eating foods in cans or bottles or plastic bags, a lot of those foods in these containers, they now have soy preservatives. So when you pick up one of those packages and you see some name that you can't pronounce, it means that it's a compound that was invented in a lab. That's what's in that package. And they may have natural on the label and organic. Nonsense. If you want to know if something is truly organic, people, pick up a NuSpecies product and look at the label. It says raw. It says whole food. That's how you know that you're not intaking compounds. You see the names of plants or herbs or whole foods or green foods. So that's what you should be doing. Your health is in a precarious situation because of those three issues alone. The fibroids, the ovarian cyst, and the endometriosis, which mean that your uterine, that organ is severely compromised. So cut all those foods. You have to get some exercise in to get blood circulation going. And if you weigh 100 pounds, you should get in 50 ounces of water daily. So it's half your body weight in ounces of water. So if you weigh 200 pounds, you should be doing 100 ounces of water every day. And if you pee like crazy, it shouldn't matter. You shouldn't care. If you're peeing too much, it means that the water, your body's not digesting the water, so you just don't stop drinking it. You need more. So if you drink 50 ounces because you weigh 100 pounds, and you rush into the bathroom, this goes for you, all of you. And you rush into the bathroom, it means that your body is not retaining the water. Your liver is not strong enough to process the water, to digest the water. That's why it runs right through. So what you all should do if you have that issue with drinking water, you should get the NuSpecies bee pollen and pour some in the water and convert the water into food. Convert the water into food using the bee pollen. and your liver will create the enzymes, your pancreas will create the enzymes to start digesting the water so your body can hold onto the water to hydrate the body. That's the purpose of drinking all this water. It's for the hydrogen in it, the hydration. If you're peeing it out, you're not getting the benefits of the water. You don't stop drinking water because you're peeing too much. You drink more water.
And unfortunately, you hear all these remedies now online where they're telling you to put like salt on your tongue before you drink water or something to make you retain the water. It's like that people get really crazy. Okay, quickly, Aston. So Olivia's saying you did recently tell her to purchase the anti-inflammatory and NuGenesis along with Fiery Focus. And she did say she does work out a lot.
So if you're going to be doing the two queen nanny and the budget is not there, maybe you should drop out the anti-inflammatory. You can just speak with me separately and I'll work out what you should do to make it budget friendly, because you need to be doing these consistently. So it's not the amount you take, is the effectiveness of what you're doing. So I don't want you to take a big package. This goes for all of you. I don't want you all to buy some big expensive package and just do it once in 3 months or once a year. That's not going to help you. You need to be consistent. Do small. That's why we have these formulas at different potency level, different cost levels. And that's why we do all these discounts, so you can afford to be on them, especially the more expensive one that a lot of you need desperately. That's why we have these discounts, is to help you. It's to give back to you. So take advantage of us and let us help you to live better and longer.
Okay. Oh, great. Thank you, June. June said, wow, Aston's always giving new tips every week. Thank you. And June's on every week. So if she's still hearing new things, then, you know, we've got a good show, which means we have good guests asking great questions. So thank you all so much.
June, my dear, we haven't even touched the tip of the iceberg yet.
Yes. All right. We got it.
We're just warming up.
All right. Our next question is from Lush Life on Instagram. I am 15, a runner, and Mr. Aston has helped me in the past with clearing an infection and becoming very successful in track. He has helped other members of my family, the Jones. Looking for advice for my grandmother, she's showing signs of memory loss, and the neurologist is saying that the tests are still normal.
So is it grandma that I know from Mount Vernon?
She said the Joneses?
Yes, they're a core NuSpecies family. So I need to speak with her. Tell her she has my number. She hasn't called me in a year or more. So tell her to get on to call me.
Okay. All right. Dose for NuGenesis.
Say hi to Grandpa.
All right. Okay. So Grandma Jones needs to call and talk.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Kirk was asking, what's the dose for NuGenesis? 1 tablespoon. All right.
So it's a tablespoon, but if you have no issues and you just want to support your genes and DNA, you can do a teaspoon as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then, so Larna's asking, can the bee pollen be used in water instead of what's on the market, like trace minerals? It absolutely should be used instead. What's on the market is all, in most cases, it's stuff probably just created in a lab, just completely synthetic. When you have, the reason why, like if you look at our mineral complex, it's all food. The ingredients are all plants. It's because nature already has been designed perfectly by God or the universe or however you explain it. And so for humans to now try to like reverse engineer nature and just extract the things that we think are valuable and put them directly into our body it's so frustrating, because it's just not how nature is designed, and our bodies are part of the earth and nature. That is not how our bodies are designed. So that's why NuSpecies prefers to take the most powerful version of a plant, which is an organically grown plant, and not adulterate it in any way, not destroy it with heat, and put it into a liquid formula so that your body can easily digest it and pull from it whatever it needs. So for bee pollen has all kinds of amazing health benefits and amazing nutrition within it. The great thing about our bee pollen is that it's already in liquid form versus what's commonly out there is like those little tough grains. And because it's in vegetable glycerin, it doesn't taste as funky, and it dilutes pretty well into water. So absolutely, please don't go buy those, hydration or mineral or trace mineral products on the market. I mean, maybe there's some good ones. I don't really know. As long as those minerals have been isolated from their natural source, it's humans starting to try to reverse engineer nature, and that may or may not be effective and may or may not be safe. Okay, let me just back up to, I'm trying to track a lot of things here, folks. And Aston, start warming up your vocal cords, because as you know, when it's someone's birthday, you sing happy birthday, and it's Trevor's birthday. So get your
boy,
ready.
Trevor, you have a birthday. Happy birthday to you. Actually, Trevor, I can't sing you happy birthday because I wanted to be a singer. I used to play the guitar, and it was so bad that my family laughed me off the stage. So you won't have me.
Trevor, don't take that for an answer. Let us know. Is it happy birthday to you? Or do you like happy birthday to you? So let us know which one. We got you. All right.
All right.
Where is this other question? Was it okay, Olivia? Oh, yes. Yeah. So then Maha Lee asked, does Queen Nanny have any good effects for the menopausal women? But you're gonna have to make this answer short. If it's a long one, we may have to come back to it.
So Queen Nanny is our #1 formula for women's health. So whether it's hormones or menopause or ovarian cysts or fibroids or dense breasts or thyroid issues, thyroid nodules, prolactin issues with the pituitary gland, the Queen Nanny is the #1 formula for women's health. Menstrual, anemia, the Queen Nanny is the #1 formula.
Okay. I'm just going to give a quick answer to Yvonne here. Yvonne asked, what's for inflammation? And pretty much, I would say almost all of our products can help the body with inflammation, just from a different angle. So because inflammation is a very, very broad term and can mean a lot of things. Sometimes inflammation is good. Sometimes, a lot of times it's bad. So I think it all depends on the root cause before we could really answer that question. All right, let me check back on Instagram. Okay, Lesh says, yes, okay, I will. Great. Make sure you send that love to your family for us. And then, all right. So the next question might be too big, but maybe you could give them a head start, which is, this would be our last question, folks. I do apologize. We're going to have to wrap up. We're running out of time.
And by the way, I'll be in Bronxville today. So
yes.
I'll need to run out of here in another couple of minutes. Go ahead with the question.
That's why we're wrapping up here. Okay, so D Stan says, hi, what would be the treatment for someone with lymphedema?
So all of you anyone you know, and all of you and anyone you know who has any issue like lymphedema, lymphoma, and any blood issue, especially if these issues got diagnosed during or after the pandemic. So there are a lot of studies out there showing now that if someone got the COVID virus, if someone had the COVID infection, and if someone took any of the vaccines, it could have serious implications with these type of issues, these blood issues, or the lymph, or issue with the lymph nodes or the lymph glands, the immune system. So you all should get on my calendar and talk with me, and make sure you have your labs. I'm sure you've done an MRI or an ultrasound, preferably an MRI, and you should just get on my calendar and let's talk about it. And this is incredibly serious because a lot of people have died since the pandemic because of this, and it's not even reported in the media. And at that point, since we're talking about women's health, if any of you ladies, you find that your menstrual cycles, your menopause, or any of these hormonal issues have gotten worse since the pandemic, you should get on my calendar as well, so we can talk about it, because you have special situations that regular medication out there that the doctors have may not help you. So you should get on my calendar with any of these blood issues, these lymphatic issues. Get on my calendar, and get on my calendar right away.
Okay. Quickly, Olivia, if you're still on, I saw your question about having issues placing your order. Can you please email support@nuspecies.com and just address your email to me? I just want to hop on the phone with you at some point, maybe Monday, to just talk about the technical issues you're having. I think potentially Ashley has been telling me about this. I wasn't sure that it was you, but I'm not sure what we can do. Either way, you mentioned maybe you weren't getting your discounts, and it doesn't matter how you placed your order, you should be getting your discounts. So let's figure that out. If you ever place an order during our discount period and you forget the promo code or it doesn't apply or you realize after the fact, we can always refund the difference. Don't worry about that. All right. On Instagram, we're still looking good. All right, folks. Okay, Trevor, ready? Here we go. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
dear
dear
Trevor.
Trevor. Happy birthday to you.
We had to do it because Trevor's like,
how old are you now? How old are you? I don't know that, Trevor. I'm kidding.
He's NuSpecies young.
Oh, young.
And since he's going to live to 150, we're going to be doing this for a while. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being with us today.
There's a discount on. We didn't say that. It ends maybe Tuesday or Wednesday. So you all should take advantage of it. If you have family members or friends who need help, they should take advantage. We're doing this to give back. We're doing this to give back. And those of you who haven't gotten your new Genesis, get on it right away. I want all of you, all NuSpecies. I want and the new Genesis, all NuSpecies. That's why it's half price. It's half price for now.
Yes, because we want everyone to try it. So the 15% off everything else is going through Tuesday. You just need the code NuSpecies15. And the website will remind you of that. It's up at the top, very, very top of the website. You'll see it reminds you of the discount. Please go ahead and go to the website today, tomorrow. Don't wait until the work week starts because you're going to end up missing it. It ends on Tuesday. We want you to get discounts. Those of you who need a lot of Queen Nanny, this is the best way to stock up. And then also make sure you are on our rewards program. So when you go to our website, a pop-up will come up. That's making sure you're on our email and our text list. But then at the bottom of the screen, it says check rewards. You can check your rewards by just logging into your NuSpecies account on our website. If you don't already have one, you just need to click create account. And then that pop-up will show you how you can earn points, how many points you have earned. The other cool thing where that area is you can click on refer a friend. And this gives you, what you've all been asking us for years, your own unique referral code, which means if you send that code to anybody you know, send it to your WhatsApp group, family group chat, send it to your text chats with your family. Anyone who uses that code, they will get 10% off. And then you will earn enough points to get a discount on your next purchase. So obviously our 15% off right now is better. So take advantage of that, but make sure you send your family and friends that code for all the other times that you're trying to spread the word about NuSpecies, because we need that and we appreciate that. And lastly, yes, we made it to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. The only thing I realized, because I think Fitz was like, okay, where's those special features, guys? The thing is I don't want to put any time and effort into getting those special features integrated into our stream, and then like one person unsubscribes, and then we're back down under 1,000 again. So we need to get well over 1,000 so I can feel comfortable investing the time. So anybody here today who hasn't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please hit the subscribe button, like any content that you actually like, and certainly hit the notification bell if you require another reminder when we go live outside of our app notifications, our emails, our texts, all the other things that we send. All right, Aston's going to head over to Bronxville today. He'll be there from 10 to 6. So those of you who are in that Westchester, Bronx area, head on over.
Make it 12 to 6.
12 to 6. Oh, sorry. I'm sorry. It's 12 to 6 on Saturday. Oh my gosh, I'm messing everybody up.
We haven't invented a transporter yet. Is that what it's called?
Your son is working on it.
Yeah, my 8-year-old is working on it.
All right, everybody, have a wonderful weekend. We look forward to seeing you next Saturday at 10 a.m. Same place.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.